leads the way in murdering you and calling it euthanasia. Medically kidnapped man detained in controversial videos reportedly based on psychiatrist's opinion. And now they want to prove he's mentally ill. Now they want to prove he's wrong. He'll be lucky to make it out of there alive. Because these are cult members, folks, who believe the end justifies the means. Same ones pushing poison shots on you and lying about it. They're the mad scientists. They're the top of the ruling elite. This is the cult. Here's a clip.
Yeah. Okay. And this is Dr. Emery. He's a resident psychiatrist, senior resident. He's on a rotation with the CAR 87. We're part of a program that includes Vancouver Coastal Health and the Vancouver Police. Mm-hmm. And what we do is we go to people when there's different reasons that come up. Every case is a little different, and we go to people to see them where they are, especially if there's been issues with trying to find them and talk to them. So in your case, I think you were certified under the Mental Health Act just, I don't know how long ago, but like maybe 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago. Were you aware of that? Dr. Taylor saw you in a cafe. She didn't certify you. I think you filmed part of it. And then she spoke with your family, got some more information, and, you know, you're going to have to turn that off.
So just one sec. What the officer just told me is that, you know, you and I can set up a meeting and we can chat then. So why don't we do that, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not turning the camera off. I have a legal right to keep the camera on. If you don't want to make the appointment now, we can do it at another time. But, you know, that's what the officer just asked that we do. So why don't we do that?
So I'm going to certify you under the Mental Health Act. We're going to bring you to hospital, do testing on you. And you're going to talk to a psychiatrist in a controlled environment because we don't believe that you're going to attend an appointment.
I won't attend. I've never been given a chance to attend an appointment.
So he's certified. He's certified?
Yeah. I've never been given a chance to attend an appointment.
Okay.
What is going on? I was never given a psych eval or nothing. He just looked at me and said, "You're certified."
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know why, but it's up to the doctor. So if you.
But no, he didn't even give me an eval. He just looked at me and said, "I'm certified." Man.
I get that.
Please consider what you're doing.
Hit pause. Back it up 30 seconds. This guy is, and I've seen the videos. Now they took his phone away, but incredibly cogent, incredibly under control. He's kidnapped, and he is calm. I mean, I would have big problems. And then, oh, you're mentally ill. You don't like being grounded on the street for no reason? Okay, well, this person saw you and wanted you certified. I just looked at you and just talked to him for a minute. He's totally cogent. You're certified. Abracadabra. Magic word, baby. Bye-bye. Canada is the testing ground for the worst tyranny in the West. It needs to be liberated. It is. Everything you see in Canada is coming here, folks. You are obsolete. Reminds me of a Twilight Zone episode. And this is what the left's all about. Oh, you don't believe two men can have a baby? You don't believe a man has a cervix? We'll just take your kids. Oh, you're not letting us say your little 7-year-old is really a girl? We'll just take him away. We'll take Elon Musk's son. It's a cult. It's about power. And if they say jump, you say how high. Finish the clip.
And you're going to talk to a psychiatrist in a controlled environment because we don't believe that you're going to attend an appointment.
I won't attend. I've never been given a chance to attend an appointment.
So he's certified. He's certified? Yeah.
I've never been given a chance to attend an appointment.
Oh, he's certified.
What is going on? I was never given a psych eval or nothing. He just looked at me and said, "You're certified."
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know why, but it's up to the doctor. So if you.
But no, he didn't even give me an eval. He just looked at me and said, "I'm certified." Man.
I get that.
Please consider what you're doing, and please think about the fact that I'm more than happy to come in for an appointment. I'm happy to go through and do everything properly. Okay, I've been completely compliant with everything.
Yes, you've been really good.
Listen. Notice the psychiatrist says, I don't think you'll show up for the appointment. It's all magical power. It's a priest class, like ancient priest classes saying, bring us your firstborn to be sacrificed. Continue.
Please think about the fact that I'm more than happy to come in for an appointment. I'm happy to go through and do everything properly. Okay, I've been completely compliant with everything.
Yes, you've been really good with me, Nicholas, but listen, that's his call, and unfortunately we can't go back on that. You have to get checked out by a doctor.
You're interacting with me at a very regular...
Hit pause.
You don't need judges, you don't need juries, it's him.
This is when you slam on the gas and head for the border.
It's over. It's his call. And then people are like, oh, well, maybe they're right. Who knows? Oh. Meanwhile, in Canada, you cook fentanyl, you don't go to jail. Meanwhile, in Canada, you stab somebody, you're not white, you don't go to jail. Oh, the tent bar stayed open, Walmart stayed open, but your church, 2-3 years later, they were arresting preachers, holding them to solitary confinement because they opened a church up. The preacher's like, the damn Walmart's open down the street. Doesn't matter, bitch. We say you're not essential. Remember, L.A. said 2 years in, you can have church now, but don't sing. Because opening your mouth spreads COVID. But Black Lives Matter rioting, that's good for the earth. So as he gets out, if he ever makes it out, Nicholas Jordan Wagner, I want him on this broadcast.
To America.
Since they pulled up the clip, I'll go to Theo Vaughn and tie this in with Joe Rogan in a moment. Let's play that short clip from the obsolete man, Rod Serling, the master, fighting tyranny. Imagine TV like this on today. Here it is. Oh, it's not ready? I saw it. It looked good. Pull up obsolete man. Just go to YouTube. Go to X.
You walk into this room at your own risk because it leads to the future. Not a future that will be, but one that might be. This is not a new world. It is simply an extension of what began in the old one. It has patterned itself after every dictator who has ever planted the ripping imprint of a boat on the pages of history since the beginning of time. It has refinements, technological advances, and a more sophisticated approach to the destruction of human freedom. But like every one of the superstates that preceded it, it has one iron rule. Logic is an enemy and truth is a menace. This is Mr. Romney Wordsworth. In his last 48 hours on Earth, he's a citizen of the state, but will soon have to be eliminated because he's built out of flesh and because he has a mind.
You've been under investigation, Mr. Wordsworth, for the mandatory period of 1 year and 11 months. You're found to be obsolete. The purpose of this hearing is to make a finding in the matter and make a sentence accordingly. Do you understand that, Mr. Wordsworth? Your occupation, Mr. Wordsworth?
A librarian, sir.
A librarian. Having to do with books.
Yes, sir. Books.
All right, let's stop there.
There are no more.
Professor Zhang, highly sought after. We'll interview with him in the 4th hour. Really viral information, really smart guy. That's come up. I'm going to go start going to him here in just a moment. But let me go to Theo Vaughn. I've known Joe Rogan since 1998, been friends since 99. Great guy. But he has this thing where he goes, well, Alex had a mental breakdown in the past. You know, Theo Vaughn's having one right now. He disagrees with something you said. And there's a big backlash against that. And of course, Theo Vaughn said, no, I'm not suicidal. People tried to spin it. Oh my God, Israel might kill him, not because of Joe. Joe's apologized. Joe didn't mean anything bad by it. But it's the power of this psychological claim. It's this power. Instead of calling you a Nazi, and so you're discredited, now you're just mentally ill. When it's the left that wants to make as many people as they can mentally ill to control them. So here's some of the interaction with Theo Vaughn and then his apology, but it just ties into the public's very, very awake to this and concerned about it. Here it is.
Like, one of my goals is to get off of antidepressants completely, man. I want to feel how I'm supposed to feel so I can have thoughts and actions that like make me feel connected to the world. That shit makes you feel dead, man.
So why did you take them in the first place?
Because I was in a bad relationship 20 years ago and I was having a tough day at school and they gave them to me and then I never got off.
Really?
Because when you get off, I think we talked about this once, it's hard.
Yeah, it makes you more depressed, more
Gotta go off
slow
slow.
and balanced, and you probably you're addicted to them.
Yeah.
Now, by the way, I've talked to Theo. I apologize to Theo. And Theo and I, we started laughing 5 minutes into the conversation. We had a long talk. But one of the things that he told me was that video, this woman had said to him that she wanted him to make a video for suicide awareness. And so he said, look, I'm just trying to not end my own life. That's a very Theo thing to say. Yeah. When you take it in that context, it's not as scary. But when you see it by itself, you're like, oh, Jesus, I got scared. I got scared, first of all, because I love Theo.
So again,
and second of all, because
the internet made this whole thing about Joe. Joe didn't really do anything. And the point is, I've told the story where Joe, like 2+ years ago, said, man, you're a good-looking guy. You're going to die of a heart attack. Your own enemy. You're a fat ass. You need to lose weight. And his buddy shot.
So again, there are several of these countries around the world that have the psychiatric cult going in full swing, where they can just scoop you off of the street and declare you a ward of the state and euthanize you. Canada being, I would say, the easiest one to escape, because we're next door over here in America, and this will have a positive effect. I suggest, and I've been saying this kind of tongue-in-cheek about the UK with the Muslim takeover, if it ever gets to the point, I guess, is what I would correct myself on, if it ever gets to the point, because I wouldn't say they've totally lost their country yet, but, and I don't know, I guess you could say that Canada hasn't totally lost its country yet. I guess this is a decision that you have to make for yourself. I don't know. If I lived in Canada and had the means to migrate over to the U.S. and become a U.S. citizen, and then speak about the issue in Canada over in America without having to worry about getting scooped up and killed by the system, so I guess it's your own personal decision to make. Has your country fallen totally, and it's just not it's not safe enough to stay in it and talk about, if you're at the level that we're witnessing here, then I would say you're kind of past the point of no return of doing the kind of stuff we Americans are doing, waking people up when it comes to just speaking out, being active on social media, conversations. I mean, this guy got picked up because some psychiatrist saw him talking in a fucking cafe. I mean, Humet, Stasi, infiltration, surveillance level stuff, that's pretty much like, you're approaching a 10 out of 10 there, So I would say at that point, you are behind enemy lines, and at that rate, you can't even talk about it. Like, maybe you have a get-together with your friends in your home and in private, and you discuss this, but I would advise, like I've been saying for other countries, get out of there in an orderly fashion, because you can't, you're literally in that situation where you just kind of gotta sneak out of there and pretend to, oh yeah, I'm just like walking on eggshells a little bit, oh, I'm just going on a normal vacation. Soon as you get off the plane, holy fuck, thank God I got out of there. Wow, this guy has a good chance of not making it out of there. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty fucking crazy that we're at this point, and there's a few of these countries. And so, yeah, if you have the means to get out of there and get over to a free country that isn't been taken over by the New World Order satanic scum cult, I would suggest you do so. You come over to America, and that will also improve. We sometimes we hear people say, if America falls, that's basically it for the world. If we fall to this cult, right? Well, we're in a death battle with our own government, basically. If all the people, or at least a good portion of people that are aware of this and smart enough and have the means, this is how our immigration system is supposed to work anyway, but you move over here, that will improve the voting bloc over here. Hopefully we'll be able to avoid our own New World Order destruction, and you'll be able to talk about the shit going on in your home country freely. And as long as Canada doesn't go full on China and have social media blocked over there. You know, I watch Canadian Prepper, so we're still connected. We still got a chance a little bit. But scary times. I wouldn't fucking want to be Canadian right now. I wouldn't want to be in Canada doing what I'm doing right now. Very easily I would be fucking scooped up and fucking just be disappeared. Crazy. So yeah, if you're in one of these countries and you're seeing this, just act accordingly.